In this video, we're going to focus on the question, how can I show the matching data points based on clicking on the matching div in Chart.JS 3? And this is basically part 2 of a video I've made previously. And this is going to this question here. It was one of our videos where one of the viewers had a question. And where they say, this was the video where he sent the question was how to use the select dropdown to update chart datasets in Chart.js. And here Gadget Meta had a question. I'm working on a project that deals with COVID API. And when I click on a confirmed case div, so basically wanting to say when I click on the div, it should show me only the confirmed cases chart. And when I click on the recovered cases div, it should show me the recovered cases only. So how can I do this? Well, I made one where I'm showing one or the other. However, maybe you want to show multiple, and then eventually if you click on the confirmed cases specifically, show that one, and if you click on the recovered cases specifically, show that. And by default, it will load both values first. So I'm not sure if that was what Gadget Meta was looking for. However, we can do that as well. So far we have this, where we have this option here, and let's remove this first. Then you can click on this, and then you can see here these values are added here. But what we want to do now is we want to add up another one here and put in the two values together. So let's start and explore how we can do that. So if we go down here, and I assume you have all the information already from my previous video. If not, please watch part 1 first. What we're going to do is the following. We have all of this data here, we have all these constants, we have all the values here. What I will do here is to create a new data set. That's as simple as that. We're going to add another data set, and this data set will be the next data set in line. So we're going to put in a comma, put it in here. We have all of this information here, and here, instead of confirmed cases, this will be recovered cases, and here will be everything was recovered. Recovered, and this is the background. This is rec. And water again here, rec. Alright, so if I save this now and refresh, you can see now we get automatically this. And of course, what's happening here now, this is becoming a conflict. So we are going to rearrange that as well. But you can see here immediately, this is being shown at once. Alright, so what we need to do is basically the following. What we're going to do first is have a new item here. And then here we have the change chart. Well, this is all fine. I think we can even remove this eventually, but we have to keep this one. Let me say here ID, that doesn't matter. And here href confirmed, this is I guess all or show all. Basically this is the default state. It says all cases. It's as simple as that. So when we refresh here now, we have all cases. If we click on that, all cases. Alright, we need to have some proper CSS design here. So we have here an ID with all cases, or ID as well. ID equals all. Alright. Now what we can do here is just to give it a proper design. Confirmed. This will be all. And then also on target. Target is all. Here's the color, so confirmed color. Well, we will leave it on black basically, and then we say here comma hashtag all. Save that, so it will get every similar decoration here. Alright, that's correct, but the only thing is we want to show this black. So we refresh here, we see everything, but when we click on this one still maintains, but then here it starts to adjust. Alright, so now what we want to do is we want to check how can we solve this issue. So basically here we have to rebuild this completely, but it will be easier than you will expect. So let's start and work on this. So the first thing what we need to do here is to use one of the options here. So I'm going to show you what we're going to use. So basically is what we call the my chart dot show, and this will show or hide specific value. So let me show you. So I'm going to say here, this one will stay show, and then we can do a hide first. All right. and this will be all comment out. I'm going to remove the cases parameter, and if I save it now and refresh, now if we click on anything, you can see now we're hiding a specific value, and that's exactly what I want. So what we can do here now is basically we can use the parameter here, and if this, show that, show this or that. So we're going to use if statement here. So I'm going to use the cases, and then what I'm going to do is we're going to rearrange that. So I say I'm going to remove the update, and in here we say cases. If cases is confirmed, what I want to do is eventually delete all of this. We don't need that anymore. But we want to say, if we click on confirmed, what do we want to hide? Well, basically we want to hide recovered. Recovered is array number 1, while this, the confirmed, is array number 0. Remember, this is 0, this is index 0, which is the first element, and this is index 1, which is the second element. So that's what we're going to do here. So this is straightforward. Eventually here we say hide number 1. And what we want to do is, just to make sure, we'll say show number 0. And once we have this, we have a next one, which is the recovered cases. And the recovered cases is also quite straightforward here. Exactly the opposite, where we say 0 and 1. Alright, and once we did that, the final one will eventually be this, which is all. If I go down here, or here above, change chart, we can say here all. If we select on all, we want to show both. So once we did this, we can save this and double check if everything works accordingly. So once we refresh, we can click on that. Alright, you can see something is it shows gradually, and there you are. And I think we can do some adjustments on that, on the rendering. What we have to do is, or we just adjust that one. I want to show this first, show and hide, and this one here as well. Sometimes the order matters a lot. So if I save that, refresh, now if I click on that, that looks slightly more better. If I refresh again, alright, so as you can see here, now it looks more better. And now if you click on every case here, click on that or that, and then you have this, there you are. So now you can instantly see everything. If you click on this, you see here again what happens if you can see it starts to render, and once it renders, once it fully is completely loaded, the bar chart behind here just disappears. You can see here, because this still maintains. After a while it disappears. The animation takes about a second. But this is basically the best way to do it, and it is very, very easy to use with an easy if statement and using the mychart show command and the mychart hide command. Using these numbers here, the number 0 stands for the array value, the first one, and then number 1 stands for the second one here in the index, basically your index number 1, which is the data set. Data set 1 and data set 0, that's this one here. So this is basically how you can do a very easy way to do the all cases in case you wanted this, because I assume that this would be probably your situation. You will see both, and then you click on this, then you click on that. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy it. And if you enjoy this video, you probably will enjoy this one as well. And if you're interested in Chart.JS, check out in the description box the link directing to my Chart.JS course, where you can learn everything about Chart.JS. And finally, of course, make sure you subscribe to my channel.